Let me ask you something. Have you ever looked at your life, the job, the relationships, the routines, and thought, wait, how did I even end up here? It is like one day you wake up at 32, 35, or maybe even 39, and it hits you. You have been performing a version of yourself that feels successful on paper but empty in your bones. If that's you, you are not broken. You are waking up. You're going through an identity rebirth. Today's video is about how to reinvent yourself at 30, not just career wise, but soul deep. So let's get started. You see, the problem here is that there is this unspoken myth that if you don't have it all figured out by 30, you are behind. But what if 30 isn't a deadline? What if it is a doorway? I work with people every day who tell me that I have outgrown my job. I don't know who I am anymore. I have all these dreams, but no energy to restart. This is what I call the identity dissonance. When the life you are living is no longer in alignment with the person that you are becoming. Wow. And that, my friend, is not failure. That is the beginning of reinvention. So let's reinvent ourselves today. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through 6 steps that I teach to help you reinvent yourself at 30 or even after that. Even if you are feeling stuck, lost, or afraid to let go of what is familiar. Don't worry, just watch till the end. Hi, I am Twamika Sen. I am an authenticity coach, a journaling guide, shadow work mentor, whatever you want to call me, and the founder of Detangle Your Thoughts, a brand which is very, very close to my heart. I help burnt out corporate creatives and soul led professionals ditch their autopilot life and build something radically aligned. I am here to give you another hustle checklist. No, I am here to help you come home to yourself. Let's get into it. So, what are the 6 steps to reinvent yourself after 30? Just give me a second. I'll share my screen. Yeah. So, the first thing that you need to do is to pause and audit your life. See what is really going on. The next thing, reflect on who you were before you became someone, before you became the world's version of who you were told to be. Spot the shadows that are keeping you stuck. What are your limiting beliefs that are keeping you stuck? Redefine what success means to you. It may not be money or position. What is it for you? Just think about it. Start small, start scrappy, and curate your environment. Surround yourself with people who uplift you and who understand what you are going through. Now, let us delve into each step in detail. So, the first step was pause to audit. So, before you make any moves, just pause. Take 72 hours, which is 3 days. Don't scroll, don't plan, just notice. Don't jump to conclusions. Notice what drains you, what excites you, what parts of your day make you feel like you are performing. You cannot reinvent what you don't audit. So basically, audit is a clear assessment, uh, like unbiased assessment, and you need to do that with your life. I call this the sacred pause. Because clarity doesn't come from more doing, it comes from space. When I did this 2 years back, I realized my whole day was filled with tasks that made me look competent, but not connected, mind you. And that realization really cracked me open. The second point, the second step to reinventing yourself. Reflect on who you were before you became someone, before the world told you who to be. So, this part is tender and I want you to take your time with it. Think back to who you were before adulting swallowed you whole, before responsibilities took over. You can ask yourself these questions. What lit you up as a child? What did you obsess over as a teenager? What gave you energy before you were expected to monetize it? It could be music, it could be dance, it could be any craft, something that came naturally from your soul, something that came to you so easily that you probably discarded it as easy in general, but it was not. So, reinvention isn't about becoming a stranger. It is about reclaiming the essence of who you truly are before the conditioning, the job titles, and the people pleasing took over. I found my voice when I reconnected with my 9-year-old self who used to write poems under the blanket with a torch or read books. She had no agenda, just truth and imagination. She still lives in me and in you too. You just need to discover. The third step, limiting beliefs. Spot the shadows that are keeping you stuck. This one is big. If you are stuck in a toxic job or a relationship, ask yourself, what am I really afraid of? So often, what keeps us stuck isn't the paycheck, it is the story we have attached to it. Listen very carefully. If I quit, I am irresponsible. If I pivot, I will disappoint people. If I start over, I'll fail. Those aren't facts, they are shadows, inherited beliefs, ancestral survival stories, childhood patterns, etc. Shadow work changed my life because it helped me see that I wasn't afraid of change. I was afraid of being completely visible in my own truth. Let that sink in. And that may be the case for you as well. The fourth step, redefine what success means to you. It can be a very personal definition. If success still sounds like a LinkedIn headline or a CTC package, pause. Ask yourself, when I am 80, what will I wish I had the courage that I did now? Redefining success isn't about alignment. It is, redefining success isn't about achievement. It is about alignment. For me, it shifted from being known to feeling whole, from earning to expressing, from impressing others to feeling proud of myself when no one's watching. Write your own success manifesto, one sentence, and let that be your North Star. Now, you have redefined what success means for you. It is time to bring that into reality. Start small, start scrappy. The fifth step. You don't need to launch a business or move cities tomorrow. Reinvention is a series of small experiments. Try a workshop, a pottery workshop maybe. Write the first post on social media. Say yes to something uncomfortable but aligned. I started with 15 minutes of journaling a day, then one brave post, then my first free offering. Every big shift in your life will begin with a tiny act of self-trust. Start where you are, but start. Start where you are is actually The name of a book, it is A Journal for Self-Exploration by Meera Lee Patel. Try and grab it if you want. It is a beautiful book full of beautiful exercise, and it may be just the book that you need if you are trying to reinvent yourself at 30. The final step, curate your environment. As Tony Robbins says, you become the average of the five persons you are around. That should hit hard to, to anybody. This one is non-negotiable. You cannot grow in soil that shames your dreams. Look at your circle. Look at your social feed. Look at your workspace. Are you surrounded by expansion or obligation? You don't have to cut everyone off, but you do have to start choosing spaces where your reinvention is normalized, not pathologized. That is how you go from surviving to sovereign. Now, my closing thought would be you are not too old. Definitely not. You are just too wise, or you pretend to be too wise to keep betraying yourself. Reinvention after 30 is less about a new plan and more about giving yourself permission. The plan will just come along. You need to give yourself the permission slip first. And remember, you do not need anybody else's permission to go through this process. You need your permission. Now, if this conversation stirred something in you, struck a chord somewhere, join me for my free webinar, Unmask Your Passion, Ditch the 9 to 5 Loop, on Friday, July 18th at 7:30 p.m. IST sharp. Register now. The link is below in the description. You will learn how to spot your career shadows, reclaim your voice, and start building a life that feels like you again. You are not stuck. You are just standing at the edge of your becoming. Let's leap together. Like, comment, share, subscribe if this resonated. Let's keep detangling our thoughts, one brave truth at a time. Thank you.